Leadership is it's amazing. Don't trust anyone without a history. I'll say it again. Never trust a man without a history. When you meet somebody, if they say, trust me, don't trust them. Because trust is not demanded, it is earned. And so a person earned their trust by the scars on their back, not the medals on their chest. Anyone could buy a medal today, put it on the chest. Cheap pawn shops, you could buy medals. But boy, I tell you, real leaders wear their medals on their back, not their chest, because they go through struggles. Here's something we want to think about. Character is the source of trust. Say that with me. See, when people have watched you being tested over a long time, then they can trust you. You have to earn it. My wife bought me a Rolex some years ago for my birthday present. And a Rolex is an amazing watch. When I opened the box, there was a little booklet in it. The book was as big as a Bible almost. I said, wait a minute, all I want to do is tell the time. They say, no, this is not a timepiece. You can buy a timepiece anywhere. This is not a timepiece. This is history. And I began to read that book. Man, they went back to 1618, 1872. I'm like, what is this? They went back to history. They said, look, this watch is not just a recent idea. So you don't pay 20 pounds for this watch. Because you're not buying time when you buy a Rolex. You are buying trust. Guess what? It's guaranteed for life. Never got to buy another watch forever. Can you imagine that? In other words, they are so sure that this watch has gone through the testing of time. Matter of fact, one of the photographs in the book is an elephant standing on the watch. Another photograph is the watch at the North Pole in the ice. In other words, they took it through all these tests. And they keep adjusting it to make sure that the time worked no matter what conditions it was under. Are you with me? So the watch has character now. You don't pay for a Rolex to tell time. You buy character. That's how you make it through tough times. The tough times are good for you. Say it. The tough times are good for me. Say it again. See, once you get that settled, you'll be happy in life forever. I never have a bad day because all my days are good, no matter what's happening in the day. That verse we read just now is an important verse. He says, we rejoice, we leap around in difficulty because we know something. What do we know? That this pressure is going to produce character. I'm going to be fixed when this is over. It's going to take away all the rock that is hiding my true image. It comes to strip me of what's blocking my purity. Sometimes the people in your life, people come to you, work with you for a while, and suddenly they become like enemies. You try to figure out what happened here. Well, God sent them into your life to chip you away. You called them an irritation. You were right. They are the sandpaper. They've come to purify some things out of your life. See? I like what the Bible says about people. It says there's a time to embrace. There's a time to let people go. And when it's time to let people go, if you keep embracing them, they become an irritation. Don't ever hold on to what God already let go of. It's a time to gather. It's a time for people to scatter. So I'm learning more and more to hold people very loosely in my life. Very loosely. Loose. In case it's time for them to go. Because if you become too attached, cause a problem for you. Character is a source of trust. Number two, trust is the currency in the economic environment for leadership. The economy of leadership is really run on the currency of trust. You cannot lead people who don't trust you. And the only way to trust you is for you to develop character. which comes through what? Test. Here's my definition of trust. And it's a pretty practical and simple one. Trust is the product of successful testing over a long period of time. Trust is a product of test over time. When you've been tested over a long period of time, then people can trust you. So that Rolex watch has been tested over a long period of time, so we trust it. So we spend, 4,000 pounds for one. Why? We're not buying time. That's why when I go to speak to a corporate company and they give me, 5,000 pounds, an hour and a half, they're not buying a person. They're not even buying a lecture. They're buying trust over time. Colin Powell spoke the other day, and his speaking engagement was for 60 minutes. $215,000 for 60 minutes. I can't wait to get there. What are you paying for? To study his history. Why is Jesus so valuable to us? Study his history. Look what he went through for you. I wonder why you give him your life. He's so valuable, you pay for him with your life. Trust. Every time the Lord told man to trust him, God always gave the man a long list of credits. Let me say it again, because that's a very important thing. Every time God commanded the people to trust him, he gave them a list of credits. He says, trust in me. Why? For it was I who brought you through the Red Sea. It is I who destroyed Pharaoh. It is I who brought the plagues. In other words, he gave you proof. I went through something, so trust me. When you stand before your people as a pastor, or maybe in a department that you work in, at work, what do you tell them as credit? Say, bring me your offerings. Why should I bring you my offering? Give me a list. Well, listen, I've been around for 20 years. Same wife. Same vision. My kids are still here in order. Bring your offerings to me. Okay, I can trust you. We lost 2 buildings, but I'm still standing. We had church in a park under the tree for 3 years. I'm still standing. Man, I give you 1,000 pounds every time you talk. Why? You got a credit list. I can trust you. You got character. You didn't change through all the storms. That's leadership. It's leadership. I remember when Pastor Agu called me one day. He said, Pastor Myles, man, I got, and I've been watching him. He said, Pastor Myles, boy, I got a chance. I said, what? He said, we got to move out of the building. We don't have no building to go into. He thought I was going to panic. I said, you'll be okay. I said, man, look around, believe God. I told him, look, this ain't your ministry. It's God's ministry. Remember that? I said, it's God's work. Put the pressure on God. Go to sleep. Tell the people you're meeting next week. Find somewhere and meet. That was character tests. God could give you a building every day. It ain't the building that he's after, it's the character he's after. So he takes the building away. And he watches to see what's left. You know what Jesus told Peter? He said, Peter, Satan's going to sift you like wheat. But I'm praying only for one thing. What was that? That your faith, your belief in what I told you stands strong. When everything is gone, do you still believe in the vision? Character. He was building character. Christ backed off and let the devil strip him. God said to Satan, go ahead, attack Job. Went after character, see? And when Job came through that thing, God says, I like this guy. God gave him 7 times more than what he had because he could trust him with it. His leadership is tested in the furnace of affliction to produce a fixed stature. You're the same.